All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Once again, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. This is Let's Talk TV. If you've not yet subscribed to Let's Talk TV, then you've been missing, the back-to-back news and the back-to-back information that we have been giving to our Biafran brothers and our sisters scattered all over the world. Please subscribe and continue to choose Let's Talk TV for your Ogbenge updated news and information. Now, straight to the news and straight to the matter why I carry come for you once again because this na still critical issue. Now, critical issue in the sense that the struggle has entered the final phase. And this is the phase where all resources are needed. You might not really understand. This is the phase where all resources are needed. So every hand must be on deck at this point in time. So those of you who are the agents of distraction, nobody will really have your time except media people like us. We have your time. If you bring up propaganda, we'll give you propaganda back. It is as simple as that. So for some of you that actually come online, to my channel and you say a lot of things, against the struggle and against the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, be aware and be ready, for my own propaganda back, because definitely I will always defend the reality. I will always defend the truth. If you've been following my channels, all my channels, you will know the kind of person I am. I will always defend the reality. And that is why most of us will continue to speak the good about the struggle, because we have seen the reality. If you are not seeing it, we'll not go talk about them. It's as simple as that. If we are not seeing the reality, what this leader that some of you are castigating is doing, the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, we will not talk about it. But the fact remains that he has proven to be worthy of what we call him. Some people call him Obatobi, and they scream it with all confidence because that is what he has proven to be. Remember when he told the Nigerian government that I will be your end. Mark that word. He said it. And even till today, people are still highlighting it. Go and check what is happening. With facts, go and check what is happening. I'm not going to say much on this issue because, we've said a lot of things on the good deed of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá and the risk that he is confidently taking to make sure that the actualization of Biafra is quick. Subscribe to this channel and make sure you share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible.
Now really know that we are facing an existential threat. Obatobi, your coming here today is very memorable. When our eternal father, Odumegwu Ojukwu, was alive, he said something. He told them that if you think that since he did not bring this Biafra, that those coming after him will bring Biafra. And guess what? He was talking about Amadike and Obatobi. You are Otiwara Red Sea nọchiri Biafra. Ịbụ mmụọ ka mmụọ. They say, afọ nwa elote nna. Your spiritual father, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is, aya adịrị ya na mma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. And we know, we feel, and then we know that he's coming out soon to raise that torch of Biafra. I am mad with the decision the government of this beautiful country of ours has taken by giving arms, fighters to the Nigerian government to kill us. Not only is that part of my tax, but I have children that know what freedom is. I let my children serve this country because I know what freedom is. And then why should they really give Nigeria arms to come and bomb us? You know what? We're going to fight till our last breath. I say, you welcome. Welcome to the land of the, free and the brave. Here we've tasted freedom, and then we've had courage, and then we are brave. And the only thing that will stop us from getting Biafra is nothing, because it is Biafra or Biafra. You're welcome, Abatobie. Adadioramma biko yetikwara m ya afa tuweru m ya. Can somebody please spotlight Adadioramma? Tuweru m ya.
Yeah, let's
Chief of Staff, you need to co-host Adadioramma, please.
It's not there? It's not there? Okay. Let's go. We don't want to talk too much today because we really want to do some stuff here. So it's a little talk and then other stuff. Thank you. Welcome.
Okay.
My Excellency. Yes.
Mbubaki Bayogo. Obata Biaya Galugo. Obata Biaya Lutego. Ikuku amano ye kemwake. Aye Lutego. Mbubaki Bayogo. Aye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. The next item, the next on the agenda, before we get to His Excellency, is welcome. No. Composed song for PM by Chinyere Apple. Do you have that? After that is going to be a Prime Minister address. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, do you want me to sing it live?
Yeah, sing it. We want it live.
Because I recorded it. Yeah,
sing it live.
Also, Adadorama, the topic you wrote, I don't know. It is Prime Minister and the show. If you know how to correct it, so can you correct it, because my attention has been called to the headings of the broadcast. Thank you.
That cannot be corrected to take effect on Twitter. It can only take effect when you correct it on YouTube. So the best thing is only when you drop the broadcast and correct the topic and then go live again before it will actualize on Twitter.
All right. Well, anyway, we can continue, no problem.
All right. So
Okay.
Welcome our PM. Even though I do not have the manuscript of the song, I already pre-recorded it. I didn't know that I was going to sing it.
Okay,
can you do something else? I'm going to come back with a manuscript, please.
Okay.
Send us the song.
All right.
Play it.
Yeah, we can do the
play it.
Pre-recorded.
Play it.
Will you play from your end there, or should we get it to project?
No, play from your own end. I think my rep sent it to you.
Yes, they have it.
Do you have?
No, I don't have it.
We don't have it, please.
Sonny, can you send me your
COS, you didn't give to them?
please?
Can you send it to me?
Okay.
Okay. Can we go to the next item? Maybe she could sing it after PM's address. Yes.
Go ahead to the next item. So she sing it later.
Exactly.
Yeah, next item.
Yeah. Next item is PM's address.
Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Biafrans in the United States. Good evening, journalists, media. Those of you who are watching from your different locations, I welcome every one of you to this particular historic tour today. Please, everybody remain muted. I want to thank the Biafrans in the United States for the support so far. The prophecy of our leader, Mazen Andikano, is manifesting, and we have been able to break many jinx because of the support from the United States. And the reason for this particular tour today is to call and wake up the subconsciousness of our people, those, especially those hanging by the side or by the wall, thinking that are they succeeding? Is it the time to jump in? We're going to support them now. Is this actually happening? I want you to understand that Biafra is coming, with or without you. But the question is, what will be your fate after Biafra has been achieved, restored, and become an independent state? A lot of you are not supporting this because you feel that or felt that many people have tried and failed. And so you don't see any reason supporting the Biafra movement. And the difference here is that whatever we do, we tell you what we are going to do, how we are going to do it, and what is going to be the outcome of it. We are not fighting for Biafra based on trial luck. We are fighting for Biafra very strategically with a very good template that will tell you things ahead of time before we do it. And with what is happening in Nigeria today, it is for the best interest and for the advantage of the Biafra independence. It does not matter what many people feel or how they feel about the Biafra movement in the past. What matters now is the present. Look around yourself. Do you think Nigeria will survive this year? The answer is no. Even if Nigeria is going to survive this year, is it going to survive next year? The answer is no. And if the answer is no, how prepared are you? What have you done to make sure by the time Nigeria did not succeed, what becomes the fate of your people back home? That is the reason the Biafra government were formed in exile, activated, reactivated in exile, to start taking the responsibility of a government over Biafra people. And because the Rome was not built in a day, we started gradually to become more of organized movement for the restoration of independent state of Biafra. today we have succeeded. While other people in Nigeria are crying for killings by the jihadist movement, Islamization of Nigeria is eating deep into other regions. Only in Biafra territory, they try to blackmail the government and myself. But I want everyone to understand one thing. We are not fighting the way other people has fought their freedom. And if you are not supporting because you believe we are not fighting the way other people have fought for their freedom, you are just an ignorant person. We do not need to fight like Mandela. We do not need to fight like Gandhi. We do not need to fight like Martin Luther King. These are people from different countries, different mentality, different problems, and they fought their way, which they believe how whatever system, mechanism they use could work for their own freedom. Our own is completely different. Nigeria is a very complex, evil entity being piloted by the corrupt British and needed a very complex solution as well. And that's why many people do not understand what we're doing, but the result speaks for itself. And I want everyone to understand, those who have written petition against me, those who now say that Simon Èkpá is the problem of the Southeast, those who now say that Simon Èkpá is the problem of Ndibo. I was born 1985. Before then, there was problem in Igbo land. Before I was born, many Biafrans were slaughtered in the north. Before I was born, Biafra has to defend themselves, and that led to the murder of over 3 million people. That particular issue and crisis that led to the death of many millions of Biafra has never been addressed till today. How then Simon Èkpá become the problem? But the enemy will always look for a way to give a bad name to those who have risen up to say enough is enough, in order to continue to kill and to continue to subjugate you to the slavery, which is benefiting them. The narrative is out there, how Simon Èkpá is destroying Ali Igbo. But deep down inside you, you know that the Igbo land has been destroyed before Simon Èkpá was born, rebuilt again. And again, the problem did not end. The only thing we are doing today is that God created many people, and fortunately, I happen to be one of those that God created that will end this mess. And that mess is actually ending. And I understand very well that ending this mess is not going to be very easy. It comes with price, which I am paying, which many of you are paying. And for the fact that we know where we are going and what we're doing, it does not matter. For the fact that the result of what we are doing is being felt, that is what matters to us. And I say it again, there is going to be coup in Nigeria next month. And many officers will be killed. Mark my word. And because we have decided that Biafra declaration, or the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, is going to happen this year in Finland. So as this particular thing is happening, we are also changing our strategies. We may end up declaring the restoration of Biafra anytime soon. And what we are going to do in Finland is only to ratify the declaration. So as they are changing, we are changing. And I want everybody to understand, we are not taking any chances this time around. It's an opportunity we can never miss. And I'm telling you today that the reason why there is no coup at this point is because of this Biafra government. But you know, The Janjaweed can't stand what is happening. It is always their turn. It is always them that must control everything in Nigeria. Once it is not them, they can never be comfortable. Even as I'm making this exposition today, you know, usually the reason we make exposition is to truncate plans of the enemy. But as I'm making this exposition today, hinting of what is going to happen, they are still going to carry it. Believe me. That is how desperate they are. But the good news is that we are prepared. Whether they carry it out, it is for our own favor. Whether they don't carry it out, it is still for our own good. That's why you must support the Biafra government. If anything happens today, where do you fall back to? For those of you who think that we are joking, I want everyone to understand, follow what we have done since 2023, since the formation of the Biafra government. The army, Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra resistance fighters has been able to fight and fought in Olo, Kibwe, Weri, defeating Nigeria army with all their sophisticated armor tank, including the robotic armor tank. All of them were decimated in Olo. And like I said, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told us that Biafra will start from Olo, the liberation of Biafra. It is happening. They thought it is going to be a 1-month war against the Biafra Liberation Army. The plan is that they are going to be fighting until our bullet finishes. I told them, if you are prepared to fight the Biafra Liberation Army for 1 month, Biafra Liberation Army has a bullet for 3 months. And if you want to fight them for 1 year, they have bullet for 2 years. And the war did not even last up to 1 week. Today, nobody, they are not fighting there. They left. But of course, there are, videos flying all over social media, how they have captured a Kototo and all that. You don't win this war by propaganda. We are not bothered about your videos, but the reality on ground is what is going to speak for itself. And the reality is always speaking. So my people, the Biafra redeclaration or the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra is scheduled to happen this year in Finland. Like you all know, before that happens, we need to capture as many locations as possible within the Biafra territory. We need to capture barracks. We need to make sure we capture government houses. If we do not capture them, we make sure there is no presence of Nigeria security within Biafra territory. That is our target. For us to achieve this, we need funds. It is not by mouth. We need funds. We have the men. We have the weapons. We need funds to make sure that these weapons is sounding the sound of freedom every day. We have been killed for a very long time. And this is the only time in the history of Biafra, in the history of Nigeria, that we rose up to pick up arms to defend ourselves. This is the first time ever. And we have been able to defend our land. So why are those who are standing by the roadside or by the fence, why are you still standing? You buy this particular propaganda of Simon Èkpá is destroying everything in the Southeast, which is a lie. I was not the one who closed the port. I was not the one who did not bring the international airport to the Southeast. I was not the one who didn't build the road in the Southeast. All these things has been there before Simon Èkpá come to the limelight. But always they look for a way to kill those who have risen up to say enough is enough. And you cannot be a tool to support such impunity. If you have been used for a long time, it is time you turn around. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. The question you should ask yourself is, if something happened tomorrow, what is going to be your fate? What is going to be the fate of your people? The hope you have is this government and this Biafra movement today. Because at the end of the day, you will come to us. And by then, there will be no room for you to even cough. Because we are going to adopt a very stringent measures against those who did not support this struggle. I am telling you the fact. We will be wicked because people have died because of your negligence to the freedom of your own people. Because of you not supporting has led to the death of many. And when you see them talking, they tell you people are dying. People are dying. When we were not fighting for Biafra, are people not dying? When Èkpá was one Nigeria, people were being killed. It was because of the killings of our people that necessitated Èkpá to become what he is today. If there were no killing of my people, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I wouldn't be shouting for freedom of my people. But because our people has always been the scapegoat of the Nigeria state, at every given little thing, they get killed because nobody has the courage to say, take up arm and fight. Today, I am here and I am supporting the arm. And when they tell you that we are violent, I do not know how we become violent. We were not violent before, but if self-defense is violent, then I am violent. I've said it several times. Take me to anywhere. Let me know where people will allow the terrorists to come to their place and kill people without, without somebody doing something. That's what I'm doing. And then also, because we are now in the government preparing for the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, for this to be successful, there are many things that need to be put in place. One is our currency, finance. We are going to have emergency cabinet meeting where the Biafra Federal Reserve will be discussed and possibly approved for immediate coming to force of the Biafra coin. And I will promise Biafra people by March, which is coming, this coming month, Biafra will have its currency in digital, first ever digital currency, Biafra coin. And we want that particular Biafra coin to also be in the stock exchange as soon as possible. This is happening in this March. And as this is happening, a lot is going to follow. So we have a target that we must meet. So this freedom we are fighting is not a litmus test. We are not doing tumbum. We know what we are doing and we have a target. And our goal, we set it very high and we'll achieve it. This is a freedom fighting with vision. The vision we have for our people is why Nigeria are going down, Biafra is building a very strong structure for a very strong nation. We have now done and almost concluded with the Biafra database, Biafra identity card, which by the special grace of God, before March, we will unveil the Biafra identity card and the application will start. In the next State of the Union address, a lot of things will happen. As this is happening, we want to make Nigeria uncomfortable as much as we can through the delegitimization of the system within the Biafra Treaty. This whole thing needs fund. But the enemy of our freedom will always tell you, everything is fund. Everything is fund. And since we started, they have always tried to demoralize those who don't know what they are doing, thinking that when they say everything is fund, we will stop fundraising. No, rather we increase it. That's the reason why we have been able to stand this terrorist government today, and we can beat our chest and say we have defeated them. And we'll continue to defeat them. The war happening in Biafra land is something that by the time many of you know just little of what is going on, you will know that you have messed up for not supporting Biafra up to this point. The people in America have the capacity to make this Biafra a reality even before the time frame we have. Our prayer is that Nigeria goes down on a daily basis. The economic strangulation by the Biafra government will take a different turn from next week. We will continue to decimate the oil pipeline in our land. We'll make sure that Nigeria will not have access to exploit oil again. That's our target. We've not gotten there, but we are doing it. It's a gradual thing. And between now and July this year, we will know where we are. If the coup happens next month, the declaration will be earlier than expected. And like I said, follow the template so far, and you know that what we are doing is something that we are not just trying our luck. I am not here to lead Biafra to astray. I am not here to lead Biafra to try luck. I am here telling you when Biafra will be declared, what we are doing, how we are going to do it, and what we are going to do, and the result of what we are doing, how it is going to end, and what is going to be the end result. And let me tell you, no matter how they snub us in international community, no matter how the world power snub us, the time is coming, they are going to look for us. And we are going to give our condition. But you see this gun that Biafra has picking up, it is not going down. It is not going to go down, I swear to God, until the declaration. And once the declaration has happened, everything we are doing is now to defend our territory. And what we are doing now is just to train our people. Remember that last year or last 2 years, when we started talking about, when they started fighting the sit at home, I told them, we need the sit at home to prepare our people for what is to come. Today, that thing that we're preparing our people has come, and they are not feeling it because we prepare them mentally, physically, and otherwise. While other people who have never sat at home for one day are crying, Biafra are celebrating. That is the mental toughness we have made our people to understand, that freedom is more important than anything. Today, our people are making sacrifice because they know the future is bright. No matter how the thing pains them, they will swallow it. They will look at the future. And that bright future is what we are looking at. Everybody is putting their eyes on the rising sun because the sun is rising. So my people in the United States, I am looking forward to see as many of you as possible in Finland this year so that you will have the opportunity to write your name in the history book of the Biafra Declaration of the Restoration of Independence of Biafra. We want to do it like the America where you are residing did it. In 1776, only 50-something people rounded up, wrote the Declaration of American Independence and signed it. Their signature is still there to today. Go to the Google and Google it. I want you in the United States to be part of this particular history that we're going to make in Finland. And I want to tell you, why are you declaring the restoration of independence state of Biafra in another man's country? That is why we are government in exile. And that is the only strategy that can work for us. You cannot go to Nigeria, they will going to kill you there. And we are not afraid of death. But what we want to do is to make sure we are alive to fight to the end and rescue our people. It is not because anybody is afraid of death, but because we don't want to lose the life of those who knows how to do it. We will preserve that life and allow them to do this thing and do this mathematics until the end, where we are going to have the answer and solution. So we are not going to jeopardize the life of anybody who has something to do from the beginning to the end. That is the reason why we are not going to go to Nigeria to prove anybody that we are strong and mystery. No, let them have their, their Nigeria. We are going to declare it here. And I want everybody to understand that when I started the Biafra struggle, I told Biafrans, we are going to bring Biafra from diaspora. Nobody know what I was talking about. Many people may understand because you may never know what I was talking about because you don't have the template we were using. But bringing Biafra from diaspora means that the declaration is happening in diaspora, and that's what is happening today. The structure has been laid. The foundation is very strong. We are scattered all over the world under government. My people of Biafra in the United States, This government is our government. We must make sure that we support this government to restore the independence of Biafra. Nothing is like freedom. And Simon Èkpá will stand any day, anywhere, anytime I am called upon to defend my actions and the action of the government. Thank you. Thank you.
Oke mwaki wikulu imele. Wikulu imele. Onye Obatobie. You were a good leader. Chile gabaida imma. Obatobie.
There were.
Okay, Pharmacist Diana, I think the composed song of Mwadachi is ready. Bam, 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 please, project the song, please.
I wanted to make it to a very sharp. Okay, it's ready now. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, please hold on, guys. Okay. Okay. All right.
Our PM, our dragon, Omo Biafra nekele gi o for your bravery and wisdom, because the guy jisike o make you keep the fire burning, cause you are the man on fire, taking us to a new dimension. Dragon fire, mbambombo, Obatobie, mbambombo, chanyi gozegi, chukwoki keshebegi, okagune chimba, mbambombo, the game changer, meji wago, chukwoki keshebegi, MNK's disciple, mbambombo, peace ambassador. Ochi na Wanta, His Excellency Mazi Èkpá Simon Njoku. Respect.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you.